Due to the shifting winds, I'm not putting a big camera out because it's just too hard to pick a place to put it the way the winds are blowing. For the most part, they're blowing from straight over there, about to that tree, or the center shot right now, to over here, to over there, and they're blowing about, I had my wind anometer out, and I was close to 15 miles an hour, and that's below the hill. So above the hill, I imagine it's a little stronger.
Timer start, timer stop, motor on.
Well, it helps when you have motor on, so let's go flying, let's go stalling. It just hits that bump and took off, man. Oh. We had fun with the Valiant. I don't know which of these I'll post first. We're doing no flap. Let's get up around the hill. You gotta really watch your wings, man. Because when the wind drops, you gotta be on the throttle. There we go. That was perfect. I don't know how many more of those we'll have, but that was perfect. I was trying to aim right on that line, and I got it. That's my story anyway, and I'll stick to it. I knew it was going to be windy, and I knew it was going to be out of the north, so I brought planes I can have fun with in the wind.
Timer stop.
I like playing stall. There we go. We just softened up the hit. We're in the tall grass, so how we're going to start in the tall grass is I'm going to pin my elevator up. I don't have to really go full throttle right away. I can just kind of, once it rolls, I'm going to ease into it more. There we go, it's rolling, so I'm going to keep easing it until she takes off. And I didn't want it to take off before it had enough flow over the wings because it would have stalled.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
This doesn't have the power the Valiant has. So you got to know how to fly on the wing.
Timer stop.
Whoa, that was a good stall. That was a little bit of a, that might have spilled your Mountain Dew if you had it in the cup holder. I just kind of kept the elevator down there. I didn't want it to come up too fast. Keeping away from the trees, because that is nothing but bad back there. Marshes, deep woods. That was perfect stall there. That was a vertical takeoff and landing. That was a vertical landing. Oh, that was good. You gotta watch it, man. You gotta watch this. This is not a steady wind, man. It's fun. You can have more fun flying in gusts that have like say it's gusting to 20, but at the bottom the wind is 10 miles an hour. That gives you a cushion. That gives you a cushion on the bottom end of it. But when it goes from 15 to nothing, 15 to 0, you gotta be on the sticks, man. You gotta watch your wings. The wings are rocking, man. Your prop had better be, or your throttle had better be talking to your prop. Now we gotta start. We got a good gust going right now, so I can bring it in here. Start slowing her down to land on the runway. Whoa! All right. When it landed there, I had full rudder, and I was pushing a little bit of left aileron and full up elevator, and just watching it, trying to keep it level. That's all you can do, man. I guess I've always been, I don't know, I always like going slow and stalling, and I've crashed a lot of planes, and I just watch the wings, because I've noticed that when a plane's loose and lift, the wings will rock. And I carried it past there because I was loosing, the gust was dying, and if I'd have tried to put it on the runway, it would have hit down instead of a nice touch. So I went long for the touch. Now it's going to be tricky taking off here because I In fact, I'm gonna see if I can taxi up to the hill. There's a terrace right, Farmer's Terrace, right there. I'm on the top of it right there. So watch what happens when I take off full throttle now. Yep, it didn't even roll. It just kind of took off, rolled maybe a foot. That was with no flaps. I could have probably taken right off that step if I'd have put flaps on. No touchy. Kind of alphing my way up here. There we go. Back on the line. It's fun. I enjoy it. Just checking for walkers. I've had quite a few walkers today. It's not real hot. It's in the 70s and it's afternoon. I got a late start because I knew it wasn't going to be hot today, and I knew it was going to be windy, and I'm not going to get a lot of flights in. I just figured a couple of flights, once with the Valiant, once with this. There we go. Again, man, I'm watching for wing rock, and on my throttle is going up and down, and I'm using rudder and a little bit of ailerons, and not much ailerons, just enough to keep everything level. There's a lot of small movements.
Time remaining 4 minutes.
No gyro, just me. It's got a lemon 6-channel receiver in there.
Timer stop.
There, I let it hit. That kind of was rough. I might have hit. There's a little hole off of the road. There's a little dip there. That might have caused it to do what it did. And the wind died. I just missed it. But those things were all factors. Like right now, I don't feel a wind, but there's probably wind. There's wind there. I can tell that the way it flipped the wing up. There's wind, definitely some breeze there. I feel it again here. I was trying to tabletop it. But that's another thing. It's just because you don't feel wind right here where you're at, that doesn't mean that, you know, it could be blowing 10 miles an hour here and close to 20 down there and maybe 5 down there. You know, you get your different wind currents and everything that you got to be aware of. So you got to really pay attention. You just can't say, well, I'm going to fly it slow all the way around because I can fly it slow at this end of the field. Because if you get that high wind behind a slow plane, you're going to lose control and you're going to lose lift. I don't think I can get it down this fast from here. Using rudder. Nope. Let's fly it around.
Time remaining 3 minutes.
Now I'm killing my speed. I'm going to bring it around. Rudder. Rudder. Throttle. There we go. Kind of right off the table there. That was a good landing.
Motor on.
I don't know. I was trying to see what I got left on my time. 2:40. So this is probably going to be a long video, so I'm going to go ahead and shut it. We'll shut it down. I got plenty of time to fly. But there's your Arrows Bigfoot, one of the best stall planes. I was having fun in this wind. I mean, I just wish, I don't mind, you know, shoot, I don't know how many days I've flown at 20-mile-an-hour gusts and stuff. And I just absolutely love gust flying. I like it when, I don't like it when it's like a day like today. Today is a tricky day when you've got, you know, gust in the teens and then all of a sudden no wind at all. That makes it very, very, very tricky to keep from crashing. You got to be quick on the throttle. You got to watch for the wings rocking and then jam on the throttle. Hope you had fun. I'm having fun out here in the sun. Jeff's in the sun. Bigfoot is in the sun. Tuco is in the shade. We're out here at Eastgate Air Park, Airdrone, having a good old time. We got dogs at the park. So thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Become part of Team Let's Go Flying.